quick first look of this device. Guys, I don't have a proper unit, so this is just a test unit that I got access to for some time. So let me just quickly give you an idea about this one. And yes, this Zenfone 6 is powered by the Snapdragon 855 SoC, and this will come in 3 variant storage. The base will be 6 gigabytes of RAM with 64 GB of storage, and another one will come with 128 gigabytes, and 8 GB RAM will come with 256 gigabytes of storage. And if you look at it, as you can see, we don't have any notches or anything on this, so it's a full view display, and it's a full HD plus display that you're getting, and it's running over Zen UI. But again, as you can see, it's very close to stock Android experience that you can see. And if you notice, even the dark theme is enabled. You have an option. I've enabled it for the time being, and yes, digital well-being is there, so that's actually nice on this one, as you can see. And it's been pretty responsive. I've been playing it for some time, and let me give you a physical overview, because there are a lot of changes on this device. And yes, it still retains stereo speaker, so that's actually nice. But if you go over the top, we have this. I'll talk about this later. But again, the entire chassis is actually made up of metal, feels very sturdy. And here we have extra key over here. This is actually known as the smart key. This is a new addition, and you can map it to anything. Fortunately, by default, the Google Assistant comes, but again, you can map it to do a lot more things. I'll show you. We have the volume rockers, and this is the power on off button. Bottom, the vent for the speaker, USB Type-C port. It's having a massive 5000 milliamp hour battery, and it's also still has that 3.5mm headphone jack. And here we have the SIM tray. Let's look at the configuration on this one. And if we just take this out, again, nice to see actually they have a proper slot for a micro SD card and 2 nano SIMs. So I think this is the only flagship that is having that option as of now. And the battery is also 5000 milliamp hour battery, and this will come with Qualcomm quick charge 4 in the box. It's supposed to be 18-watt charger. And you just saw we have the fingerprint scanner. It's very responsive over here. And another biggest trick of this one is, and again I forgot, the glass is Gorilla Glass 6 here on the front. Back is Gorilla Glass 3. And I believe a case will also come bundled in the box. And if you notice, the front facing camera is not there on this one. Back, if you move, this is actually a 48 megapixel and a 13 megapixel wide angle camera that they have. And let me actually invoke, first let me show you the smart key. As I told you, you have the smart key by default. If you just click it once, Google Assistant comes, but again, you can map it to other things also. For example, double tap, I have mapped it to a flashlight. As you can see, I can do that. And fortunately, it does allow us to actually change what you can do with this. Go to advanced setting, and we have the smart key option. And here, Google Assistant you can invoke, or you can customize it and set it to whatever you want. For example, as you can see, you have a lot of options where you can change whatever you want. So nice addition of that smart key. And now let's talk about the camera, which I feel is very different on this device. And let's open the camera app over here. And if you notice, this is the regular camera app that you see. This is the rear facing, but what happens to the front facing when you do it? When you click on this, as you can see, this comes over here, this rises, goes back, the whole mechanism goes like this. And this is actually pretty cool, guys. We have some functions with this. For example, you can actually control the angle of the tilt. If you hold it like this, and if I move it, as you can see, the whole camera is moving, and you get a different angle like this. You can play around with this. And I found one more cool thing with this. If you are in the panorama mode with this, they have actually a nice setting here. If I go over here to the rear facing camera, again, motion tracking, slow motion is there, video, photo, and I forgot, I'll show you that. But this is the regular mode that we have, and we also have that wide angle lens, as you can see with this one. And from here, if I go to the panorama mode, as you can see, we have this option. Let me actually show you. I'll just keep it like this, and if I invoke it, it's going to rotate the whole camera like this. So you get actually 180-degree shot, and it just goes back. So this is pretty cool. As you can see, we got a panorama without even just moving and janking here and there. So this is pretty cool, and you can actually control this. If you're even in the photo mode, the rear facing camera, you can rotate it like this to whatever angle you want. So this is actually pretty cool, as you can see. And you might be wondering what happens if I play it with this, like this manual. If I do, it works like this also. It doesn't get damaged like that. As you can see, now it's working. So very intelligent implementation of this rear facing camera. It can become a panorama camera, a selfie camera. Again, selfies will be great because it's that 48 megapixel camera, and here we also have that wide angle lens with this one. So again guys, this was a very quick first look at this Asus Zenfone 6. I don't even know the India pricing because the India launch hasn't been done yet. I expect it to be there in the next couple of weeks, and in that we will know the India pricing. But I think so it should be priced a lot more aggressively, I would say, as it's Asus compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro. Anyways guys, what do you think about this Asus Zenfone 6? Do let me know in the comment section below. That's it for now. Wow.